Okay, so hi everybody, this is my really late review of episode 14, The Girl in the Tower of season 7 of Once Upon a Time. I'm gonna try and make this pretty fast. There isn't too much to talk about with the episode. It is the Alice centric episode. I guess Alice Robin centric episode. Hence the title, Girl in the Tower. This episode was okay. This episode, of course, is important because it is the second episode to feature, the LGBT storyline that was promised by the writers. Again, I feel like, Robin and Alice were going to get more in season 8. I think that was kind of their plan. And now, because they've been canceled, we're not going to get too much with Alice and Robin. I think they're a step in the right direction. They've gotten more to do than Ruby and Dorothy have. I like the idea of these two women together. I know there's a lot of problems because of the circumstances of their birth. Both of their fathers were raped by two women in order to have a baby. I feel like there's a better way to have done that storyline. If they wanted to get Selena pregnant, they should have done it a different way. I mean, I know why they did it and why it was Robin and all that jazz, but it's still not a good way to have a baby. And then they did it again with Hook, and they should have. I mean, let's be honest, Hook probably would have just slept with Gothel. Like, I don't know why they had to do the whole, oh, she's Rapunzel, but not really Rapunzel, it's Gothel in disguise. Like, I mean, they got an attractive woman to play Gothel, so. But anyways, despite that, I think Robin, the circumstances of the birth, Robin and Alice make a really good couple. I really enjoyed their, meet. I guess they call it a meet cute. How they met. It's very reminiscent of Snowing, and how Snowing kind of met. How Charming trapped Snow. Robin trapped Alice. And it's very reminiscent of a lot of the couples on the show, particularly Snowing, and how, for their story, Snow and Charming, had one on that little venture to get the ring back. In this one, they're going after the troll. So it's, there's similarities, but there's enough differences to make it so it's not exactly the same story. The only difference being that they're both women instead of being a man and a. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was cute. I think that storyline was my favorite part of the episode. Also enjoy the little hints in their curse persona, like Robin, Alice as Tilly in Hook's apartment. No, Henry's apartment. Excuse me. They're in Henry's apartment. And Henry's apartment grabs the copy of Robin Hood. That was the Robin. Oh, this is getting confusing. The one Regina gave to Robin Hood back in season 4. It was a book of this world's version of the story that he could read, and point out all the mistakes type of thing. I guess Henry has that, and so Tilly pulled that out to read, which I thought was cute and a nice, I guess, way to kind of tease that their true love in a way, I want to say. Kind of like the hint that even though they're cursed, they're still drawn to each other in some way, because Robin, whose cursed name is Margot, I think that's her cursed name, had something similar where she reads Alice in Wonderland. She says that it's her favorite book, So again, kind of hinting that they're true love and that even though they're cursed, they're drawn to each other in some way. I thought that was a nice touch, and I enjoyed their love story. Again, wish they weren't born the way they were, but at the end of the day, I think the writing for these two is actually really good. I say it's the highlight of season 7, to be honest, is their relationship so far. We'll see if we get any more with them in the last 14, so 8 episodes. I know the next episode, Sisterhood didn't have them at all in it, so I guess in the next 7 episodes. And then again, they followed through with the Witch Hunter storyline, so they're keeping that story going until they've wrapped it up. 100% liking this. That's good. Trying to wrap up certain storylines. That's one of them. Of course, they're gonna wrap up Ivy's storyline in the next episode. But I like that we're getting the Witch Hunter storyline wrapped up. The only one we need so far, I believe, is the Curse and the Coven of 8. But of course, as we were told in the last episode, Tilly was the culprit or the murderer. Turns out they were able to get proof that it wasn't her at all because the troll has a camera in its eye, and so they had evidence that said, oh, she wasn't there for the murders, which is good. They cleared her name, and again, I'm enjoying that we're getting that storyline wrapped up, hopefully in episode 16. And I'll go ahead and talk about who the killer is in the next review, but let's focus on this one. And then, of course, there was the Regina little story. I believe there's still only the 3 storylines in this episode. Good. Not overloaded, that's good. They were pretty, I guess concise. Something that, one that's continuing from previous episodes type of thing. I think actually really, because we're continuing going with Regina's relationship with Facilier, and I guess now we're being told she's using him to find out information. I don't know. I'm not caring for the relationship. I like the actor. I like Facilier. He's good. I just don't want them together. Not because I don't think they could work. I just feel like there's not enough time to make them work in the writing. I feel like, again, one of those things, if they had the season 8, I do think Lana Parrilla would have stayed in the season 8. I've seen a few interviews and I've read a couple of hers that she stated she would play Regina for as long as she could. I don't know if she was just saying that to say it or if she really meant it. I don't know, but I feel like she would have stayed at least one more season, particularly if they're gonna keep playing the love story for Regina. That's just my thoughts. Of course, I don't know. I feel like they're both using each other, and I don't like this relationship. I guess they're hinting at that Regina has real feelings as well for Facilier, which I think is going to cause problems. Another thing, I don't like the operation thing going on with Lucy. That was something between Emma and Henry. That was their thing. It was special. I don't like that they're giving it to Regina and Lucy. I feel like they should have done something else. That makes me mad that they're doing that. And of course, Emma, even though they had the Operation Cobra, Emma wouldn't have put Henry in danger like Regina did Lucy. I mean, Facilier could have came back any moment and had found Lucy there. Like, Lucy's really lucky she did not get caught. But that was extremely dangerous, and I just, it was not good. Again, something Emma wouldn't have done to Henry. Like, Emma didn't want Henry doing this operation thing at all. And she always tried to make sure, find a way that, because she worked with Archie, on it, find a way to keep, at the time they thought, his delusions and fantasy, I guess they wanted him to have the fantasy without crushing it because they wanted him to grow out of it, type of thing. If you've watched season 1, which I'm sure many of you have, you saw that, Emma encouraged it, but she also tried to make sure he didn't do anything dangerous, like the mind. When he went down in the mines, that was bad, but that wasn't something she made him do. He did it on his own. This is Regina's having Lucy go there because she wants her to spy. That's not good. That's bad. So yeah. Really. But anyways, I think that's the weakest of the storyline for this episode. The strongest was the Alice Robin part. And then in the middle, following through with the witch hunting, witch killer storyline. And then Regina and Lucy, / Facilier. I think they're the weakest for the story. That's just me. But yeah, this episode was pretty good. I think, again, the strongest part was Alice and Robin stepping forward in the right direction for writing for an LGBT couple for this show, because it's, they haven't done a good job so far. Again, Ruby Dorothy, 1 episode. So far, so good. Hopefully we'll get something more in the next 7 episodes, because this next episode, they weren't in it at all. So I will see you for Sisterhood review. That's all I have to say. Bye.